This morning we're going to meet John Webster, who lives right here in a lovely residential area, Torres de San Lamberto, on the outskirts of Zaragoza. Very peaceful morning. So we'll call John now and see if he's ready to come down and talk to us.
Hello?
Hi John, are you ready?
Yeah, I'll do this. I'll be down in just a moment. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Hi,
John,
such a long
how
time.
are you? Such a long time, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to see something around the estate first. Okay, so shall we head towards the German school?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, John, so have you always lived here in Torres de San Lamberto?
We've actually been here for 20 years, and of course it's great for my wife because she's working in the Colegio Alemán here, and since 1991.
1991.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we lived in the centre in Miguel Servet.
Right. And you prefer living here?
Well, the advantage is it's very quiet, and you feel as if you're living outside the city, almost in the country.
That's
You see
right.
the trees, and
More like a kind of English house
yes,
estate with nice individual houses.
it's great
Yeah.
to walk around here in the winter. I like going running around here. It's very relaxing and peaceful. So you can see,
Yeah. Hey John, so how long has this area been here, this estate? You've lived here quite a long time.
yeah, we've lived here for 20 years, but before we came, everyone said, "Oh, you're going to the area with the American chalets." And apparently,
Remember that?
back in 1958, from 58 to 1994, there was an American military air base. And I think lots of the higher officials had homes like this, for example, built. And these are called the American chalets. And not sure that they're terribly well constructed, but I've been in some giving classes.
So yeah, some of the houses have been here for much longer than others. Then.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Oh, they look very nice.
Yeah. I think the important thing is they've got a huge garden and usually swimming pools.
Right.
So, typical American California lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're kind of rectangular as well, like I think like you see in places like California.
So, John, where does the name San Lamberto come from? Do you know anything about the story?
It's a very strange story. Apparently hundreds of years ago, I don't know exactly when. Of course, it's called San Lamberto, and San Lamberto was a man working in the country, and I don't know what happened exactly, but his master decapitated him. Must have been some type of punishment. Obviously, the master lost his head too, and San Lamberto picked up his head. So it's called the miracle of San Lamberto. He picked up his own head and managed to walk into the centre of Zaragoza and collapsed in just beside the church Santa Engracia. And it's strange because if you look at that church, just above the doorway on the right hand column, I think it's second from the right, you see a statue of San Lamberto who's actually holding his own head.
I've never noticed that,
Yeah.
but I'll have a look
Yes.
next time I go. Yeah.
So
Strange
you believe
story.
that story?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
And actually, there are lots of little roads around here as well called San Lamberto. Other areas nearby, and I've always wondered that. Yeah.
I think there's a place near Picolin with a similar name.
With similar name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you enjoy living around here? Do you go walking, jogging around
Yes, I
the
usually
estate?
go jogging all around the estate. It's about nearly a mile. I think they call it the mile of the Urban.
All around.
So little, yeah. It only takes me less than 5 minutes if I'm in good form.
Yeah. I know you like jogging,
Yeah.
so we'll go and see where you usually go and do sport. Okay. So, John, this is where you come to do sport. This is where you come running.
Yeah, yes.
The canal.
Occasionally I end up actually at the airport, and I just find it very relaxing to be running beside water, because when I lived in Little Hampton, we lived in a road called Beach Road, obviously near the beach, so I used to run along the beach. And when we go on holiday to Cambridge, I like to go running along the river to a place called Grantchester, which is about 3 or 4 kilometres just outside Cambridge. It just seems so very
I know you like
relaxing.
Cambridge a lot, and
Yes.
I also believe that the airport's really great for you here because you've got your flights, Ryanair to Stansted, and then that's really easy to get from there.
I think once we did the journey in about 5 hours from leaving the house to arriving at Cambridge, because you get the flight and in 2 hours you arrive at Stansted Airport, and you can get the first train or the first bus, and in 40 minutes you can be in the centre of Cambridge.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's one of your favourite places, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd
You go
say
there
perhaps,
quite often.
in the end, I'd like to end up living in Cambridge. I think it would be a fantastic place to live,
Yeah.
especially to be an old professor in Cambridge,
Right.
teaching, theology or English literature or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, you'll have to tell us one day about the places you like to visit in Cambridge. Yeah. Okay, so here we are, John, in this fascinating little shop, and I believe this is your favourite shop in Zaragoza. Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
and I can see why. You can probably see why. Yeah. Now, tell us something about what they sell in here. I can see.
Really, it's just an incredible variety of different beers from different countries. I originally came thinking I was going to just be drinking English beers, and here you've got a big collection of English beers, beers from Scotland as well, a large selection, and then I started trying other beers. Here we've got beers over here from Slovakia, down here. There's beers from Holland, beers from Belgium, beers from Germany, from France, and really I was very, very surprised. One day I decided to try some beers from Aragon.
What's special about these beers, though?
Oh, the special
apart
thing is
from
that
all these places.
they're not industrial. They're all specially crafted. In England, when people talk about real ale, you see on the pubs where it says we sell real ale. These are traditional beers with natural products, and there's nothing industrial or mass produced about them.
Right.
They take the same care as they do with wine, a bottle of wine, as they do with the beer. And I was pleasantly surprised because I tried some of these beers from Aragon, like Populous. This one down here, Castel, from Teruel. And if I was in my favourite pub in England, perhaps in Cambridge, in the Eagle, and somebody poured me a pint of this beer, I would be quite happy and satisfied that it was English real ale. It's that good.
And this is from Aragon. And
Yes,
it's like
all these
English ale.
yeah. So it just shows if you use a bit of imagination, you can make fantastic beer.
Yeah. Which is your favourite one of all?
Actually, I tried this one the other day. That seemed fantastic. It's quite strong though. It's I think it's 6.8 degrees. So it's a strong beer, but with a perfect taste. And as I say, as good as anything you could find in England.
Fantastic.
This one's very good too.
Have you tried them all?
Nearly all of them.
Nearly all of them. So do you come every week?
Yes, nearly every Friday I spend all week working hard, and after my last class I dash here, buy 3 or 4 bottles of beer, and then go and visit my favourite mother-in-law who lives just round the corner.
Yeah, you have a mother-in-law and she lives right near here.
Yeah. So it's just the
that's
perfect
a good
location
excuse.
for me, really.
Perfect location.
So I couldn't be happier with this shop. Really.
Okay, yeah. So, John, in this shop as well, you can also buy these sort of kits on here if you want to make your own beer. Is that right?
Yes, it's not only a place just for buying the drinks. You can actually buy the kits, as you said, to make your own beers.
Yeah.
And you've got the ingredients. I've never tried that actually. I don't think I will, because I think I might have problems with my wife. She probably thinks I drink too much beer as it is.
Too much beer already, yeah. Anyway, now I think we better go and have a beer ourselves.
Yes,
Bad
okay.
time this morning. Okay,
We've
let's
earned
go.
it, I think.
actually the first day that you arrived in Zaragoza, John?
Yeah, in fact, it was a Sunday, the 17th of November 1984.
That's very precise. So
Yeah,
how
I would have
do you remember
Zaragoza
that?
won their football match 1-0 away to Osasuna. I always remember that. But the guy who ran the English centre, Mark Chappell, do you know Mark?
I remember
Yeah.
vaguely, yeah,
Well, he
a
picked
long
me up
time
at the
ago.
airport in Madrid and drove me back into Zaragoza.
Very nice.
And according to him, everything had been organised and there were people waiting for me. I was going to share a flat with 3 other English people.
Yeah.
And when we arrived at the flat in La Calle Santa Teresa de Jesus, nobody was at home. So we went for coffee to I think a bar cafeteria near the university. And we had a coffee and after about half an hour we went back and I think there was still nobody at home and Mark took me to have a pizza in a place called Salvatore's,
Yeah.
which I think is one of the most popular pizzerias in Zaragoza. And then eventually we went back to the flat in Teresa de Jesus, and there were people at home, and they had no idea I was coming. I think Mark had forgotten to tell them. What I remember most about the first day in Zaragoza was just the enormous quantity of traffic lights everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I went into the bar, actually, one thing I remember clearly, so I was very tidy. I put the sugar in my coffee and stirred the coffee, and I was thinking, where shall I? was looking for an ashtray, somewhere to put the paper, and I saw the guy beside me just throwing everything on the floor. And when I looked on the floor,
yeah, I'll never get used to that.
cigarettes and
Yeah.
serviettes and all kinds of stuff on the floor. Because also in Spain, nobody has a carpet.
No,
Don't have a carpet.
no. It's easier to just sweep the floor afterwards. Yeah. So, did you actually have a job when you first arrived? Was that why you came? Or
Yeah,
why did you decide
I
to
started
come?
work the next day on the Monday, teaching in the English centre. And really it was quite easy because I only had about 21 hours a week full time. And I had been working in the summer in a place in Kent called in Broadstairs called the Fitzroy School of English and Further Studies. And during the summer I was actually doing 40 hours a week. But the problem was in September a lot of students went home. And then more went home in October.
Yeah.
So from having 40 hours, I was having, I think, doing just 12. And I got paid per hour. So I started looking for a job perhaps in France and Belgium, in different places, and ended up coming to Zaragoza.
How you came here?
Just luck.
Mm. Did you think you would teach English when you sort of chose your university degree, or
I did really,
you
because
turned to later?
really during the holidays, the Easter holidays or the summer holidays in July and August, I always worked teaching French students, because I'm from a place called Littlehampton, which is on the coast near Worthing and Brighton.
Yeah, a nice little place.
Yeah, not too bad. And that was my job during the summer, teaching English to French students. I probably thought I would end up teaching in France, actually, because I studied French and Spanish at school, but I think my French was probably better back in about 1984. But my destiny was obviously Zaragoza.
Definitely Zaragoza. Yeah. It's amazing how those little decisions, such a long time ago, change your whole life. Yeah.
Yes.
And you normally come to this bar here, and is there anything typical that we should have here? Any
there's one tapa they have, which is in a special book of tapas, an international book. I think it's called El Huevo de la Reina, and I recommend that. But normally we often come here every Friday night, because we always meet in my mother-in-law's house. She lives just down the road. We meet there about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then at about 10 o'clock we usually come down here to have the typical bocadillos, papas bravas, salads.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
We have a takeaway.
Right. Well, we'll order something now, and then we'll see if we can get tapa here. Okay. Here we are. Hi. Pleased to meet you. Interesting. Yeah.
You'll see it's very good.
What's this made of?
I think it's made of, basically, I think there's eggs. I think it's got tuna fish inside and some other things, but it's very tasty. Yes.
Come on.
Very good. Cheers.
Cheers. I think we deserve this. That's nice.
That's good.
And do you always drink wine, John? Or did you?
Well, of course, I often drink beer, but I find that when I lived in England, I never drank wine. It seemed the most boring and insipid drink you could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But little by little, when I started living in Zaragoza, I started trying the Rioja, the Cariñena, Campo de Borja wines, and Somontanos. And now I think I perhaps prefer wine if the wine's really good.
Yeah. Anyone in particular, or?
I quite like Vega Sicilia, but that's a bit expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on offer in the Corte Inglés. It's probably 160 euros a bottle, but just for special occasions.
Right.
But this one's quite good. It's Afilicueta from the Rioja, like the football player for Chelsea. So same surname.
And do you like Spanish food, or?
Yeah, really, I think I'm quite easy to please because my father-in-law always said that he said, "Oh, John eats stones." He could eat anything, but really, I enjoy eating different things, even if I don't like it at first. It's something different, so I enjoy eating it. For example, I've only eaten snails 2 or 3 times. I don't really like them.
No.
But if you gave me snails, I'd eat them no problem.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
another thing I don't really like much is los callos. It seems to me a bit like pieces of plastic, a bit like snails, but if you give them to me, I would eat them no problem. So, one of the things I really like actually is menestra, which is typical in Aragon. That's very. I'm not vegetarian, but yeah, I think that's a good combination of different vegetables and things. A good idea, a good invention.
So who does the cooking at home?
Well, usually Maluka, but then on Saturdays I used to do chicken tikka masala, which is a typical English dish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, it's from India. I suppose India is the hottest part of England. Or would that be Gibraltar? But anyway, every Saturday I cook chicken tikka masala and drink the beers I bought in the
invite me
shop.
around for that one day.
Yeah, we've been thinking of doing that sometimes.
Actually. Yeah.
Sometimes I get vindaloo as well. It's simple to make, it's just from the supermarket. Vindaloo or madras, whatever strength you want. If you want it hotter, you just
Find everything you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the end of our program today, and our interview with John Webster, and I'll see you